Hello, welcome back to Al Talks. This podcast I started 3 years ago to chronicle me starting stand up. This podcast is a weekly podcast. It comes out once a week, and this is just a small little introduction video into the podcast. So, down below in the description of each episode, you can go to my Linktree and find links to everything connected to me. This podcast is available on YouTube, which you're watching it on right now, and also on Spotify. But yeah, that is just a small introduction into this podcast and everything that goes along with it. Welcome back to another podcast episode. So this one I want to, like I mentioned in last week's episode, I have been watching some comedy specials, went to a comedy show, and then watched some TV programs. And, actually, that reminds me. See this highlighter? I've had this since I've started the podcast, but it's slowly dying out. So, I suspect in the next few weeks this little fella will fail, because there's no more ink left in the thing. But just to highlight, to be honest, I don't even know where I got it. I think I had this in college. So this is quite old, but yeah. So unfortunately, he will go into highlighter heaven soon. But this little fella has been marking every single. I write podcast episode, whatever number, and then I highlighted with this fella. So I think I might get a little case for him. It'd be fun, I think. But yeah, he's been there for quite a lot of episodes. So yeah, in terms of watching specials, the special I recently watched was Andrew Schulz's new one called Life. Now, before I delve into the actual special itself, Schulz is one of these comedians who gets a lot of online abuse for various things, mainly for his material. Some people call him racist and whatnot. I personally don't think he's racist. He's just having fun up there, you know? Because nowadays people get offended over if the fucking bottle is recycled or not, so, because they're a bunch of pussies. So, people make up a lot of horse shit all the times. But yeah, so, the podcast, the special is basically, a lot of it is based on him and his wife trying to conceive a child. And, the long, laborious process. Because they couldn't conceive, and then they had to, look for other options. And the reason I mention is, the kind of, at the start, that Andrew Schulz has been getting a lot of hate online and whatnot, is because this special in particular, this special is called Life, and, it was very, very personal. He posted, like, stuff about his wife, which he said, they're very private people. To be honest, like, up until this special, I'd never actually seen a picture of his wife. So that's how private they are with their lives. Because some comedians, you see pictures of the wives, that's for whatever purposes. But yeah, so it was the special itself was very, very, very funny. I did enjoy it. It was quite good. The emotional side of it, it wasn't like what's his name, Jamie Foxx's one where I don't know what that was, special or a gospel sermon, because it was, or a musical, because it was all three. It was strange, but it was very well crafted, really enjoyable. It's fun stuff. What the hell? And why am I blanking? But yeah, no, it was very, very fun. It was, it was quite different from his other specials because, like I said, because there was a lot of emotion in it. But that's what made it good. It was, it was kind of pour your heart out sort of thing. And there was another special that I watched. I'll talk about in a later episode. probably in a couple of weeks' time. It was kind of a similar vibe, and I see it an awful lot more now in comedy that specials are becoming very personal. Now, if you have watched the episodes before, that I don't really go what's going on in my personal life because that's not what this podcast is about. But there is, like I said, there is an awful lot of stuff that goes on that I don't talk about because, once again, I like Andrew Schulz and his wife, a private person. The parts of life I choose to share with you. The reason I mention it's not like I'm gonna go forward and that's gonna change, but it is. I don't know how to explain. Like to show, I don't think it's really vulnerability, but it kind of show. Because Andrew is, he's this kind of, like I said, he has very, very. Some people would think that they're kind of, racist, edgy jokes, but they are funny. He's very, very funny comic. He's got multiple specials on Netflix. I think there was one as well, and I think the first time he did Madison Square Garden, because I think his mom is like a dance teacher and his dad is in arts as well, and I think it was the one, I think it was shot on Netflix. I can't really remember, but he brought his dad over. It was, I think, the Madison Square Garden was set up as the basketball, because I think there's different stuff that happened there, but it was set up for basketball, and it was like, Dad, when I was a small kid, I said I'd do Madison Square Garden or something along that line, and he's like, the reason I brought you here is because I'm performing here, and and it's a very wholesome thing, because like I said, his parents, for them, like, to perform an art. Madison Square Garden is in New York, especially for him as well, growing up as a New York kid. Because like in New York, you've got Radio City, you've got Sony Hall Theater. It wasn't. I don't think it was called Sony Hall Theater back then, but so Madison Square Garden is like, for example, in Ireland, kind of the pinnacle would have been what used to be the Point, but is now the O3 Arena, O2. It used to be the O2 Point, but O2 became 3 because 3 bought them, which is the mobile network I use. So thanks to them for having a decent mobile network, because all the uploads, I use their mobile data. So yeah, very reliable. So without them, and I've been a customer of O2 for years, and well, not I do since about maybe 15 or 16, quite a long time because I'm old. But yeah, so it was kind of very. It was, because like I said, he's getting all this hate online, but it was good to see this kind of other side of him that's wholesome. And it doesn't mean that every person has to like every comedian, but it was just kind of nice to see that side of him, I suppose. You know, as he, because that's the reason he named it Life, is because that's what happened. He was like, he was. I'm laughing because I remember the one particular joke from the special, which is very good. Like I said, I don't know if I said where it is. It's on Netflix, so if you have Netflix, check it out. But it's very. There is like 2 instances where he has like interactions with 2 doctors, and this doctor has like a very dark sense of humor, which is it's very funny. While the like I said, the special is personal and emotional, it is also very, very funny. I might have to cut this short because I won't stop laughing, and I still have 3 more episodes to record. Oh God, what am I like? Come on, get it together. Sometimes it's just good to laugh. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Oh yeah. So, funny. It's good to laugh, isn't it? Should I just make this the intro? Just because I don't know how long I'll be laughing for now. 2 minutes of me laughing for no reason. And the only reason you'll find out if you go watch Andrew Schulz special. Oh yeah, this is funny. Oh god. Anyway, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Oh yes. So yeah, great special. Really enjoyed it. And I suppose I will end the episode because that was a lot of laughter. I'm not gonna edit that out because it's funny. And it's funny to me, but not probably not to most of the audience. But since I'm in charge, I'll decide what to keep in and keep out. But yeah, good special. Really enjoyed watching it. So check it out. As per usual, all the links down below to everything and all the people that are funny and a great artists and support me and work with me and stuff. So check it all out. I shall see you in the next episode. Bye bye.